Hello, sports fans. This is Steven Hill for JustMyPicks.com, and I'll bring you a special 2013 Heisman special. I'm going to be breaking down the top three candidates because right now it really is only literally three candidates for the Heisman Trophy, and I'm going to start at number three, make my way all the way to number one. Coming in at number three, Marcus Mariota of the Oregon Ducks. Let's face it, the Oregon Ducks have not had a stiff test all season. They've played a lot of solid football teams, but none that really get my attention. Yes, that win versus Washington was pretty outstanding, but you have to look at that. Washington Huskies are a team that is going up and they're improving. They're not where they want to be yet. They don't have all the pieces in place. They do have a solid group of wideouts and things like that, but they're not on the level of Oregon just yet. Marcus Mariota, as we've seen, every team he's faced this year has run over them, thrown over them, makes tremendous plays with his legs and his feet as a dual threat quarterback. He really has a lot to offer for the Oregon Ducks, and a lot of people talk about how when Chip Kelly left he was going to drop off. Well, he's proven a lot of those people wrong. This Oregon offense has proven to be the same, and if not better. They are playing at a fantastic pace, but the only thing that hurts Oregon is they don't play a lot of stiff competition in the Pac-12. The Pac-12 is a solid football conference. You have about 3 or 4 teams that are really title contenders. You know, you could throw a Stanford in there, you could throw a Washington in there, but Oregon is really the king of the conference right now. You look at them being undefeated and them having to play teams like Stanford coming up. You will see a lot of stiff tests from them, but in this you don't really see any solid defensive teams on there besides Stanford. So UCLA gives people a run for their money, but I don't see them as a top 10 contender. I know they were ranked last week, but they lost, but I don't see them as a serious threat for a national title. But Marcus Mariota comes in at number 3 because of the good things he's done with on the ground and in the air with the football, leading the Oregon Ducks. Coming in at number 2, Jameis Winston of the Florida State Seminoles. He had a big breakout game last week, and this was really a breakout game against top tier contenders. I know they blew out Maryland, but in this football game that he played versus Clemson, he really made Taj Boyd look like a second string quarterback. He really made him look like he was the senior and Taj was a freshman. From some of the throws he made, from getting out of trouble, from just being able to keep your eyes downfield while being blitzed heavily by the Clemson defense, he did what he had to do, and he showed everybody, look, this is my season to win the Heisman. But it's just one thing, the ACC is down. The ACC doesn't really have a lot of title contenders. They don't play top tier talent each week and so forth and so forth. But I'm not taking away from any of the stats he has, even though he's ahead of where a lot of people say that he should be. I'm looking at him for his body of work, and this is his freshman year. He really doesn't have any other talent or tape to go off of besides this year for the Heisman. So looking at his full game, yes, he needs improvements. Yes, he can do that, but he's playing fantastic at a phenomenal rate. And Jimbo Fisher is happy, and a lot of FSU fans are extremely happy to see FSU back into the title contention. Coming in at number 1, even though his team has 2 losses, there isn't a better quarterback in college better than Johnny Football right now. Even in a loss, he's still playing marvelous, fantastic. The losses he has this year are not because of Johnny Manziel. They're because of that Texas A&M defense. And I think that's one of the most important key factors in this argument I'm making, because Johnny Manziel, he commands a presence in the pocket, and he has a lot of those defenses in the SEC running scared, literally. When he faced Alabama, he put over 600 yards up of offense. When he's facing these teams, he's doing it with his legs and his arm, but the difference is his swagger, his determination, his motivation, the things he does, the things he says. A lot of people beat him up for what he did off the field. Well, he's proving that he's worth it on the field. With a lot of the plays he makes, he's getting a lot of these things right on the field. Even though he gets hurt, he still comes back and plays even better, even harder. I know that the Heisman is predicated on a one person's success, but you also have to look at the team's win-loss record also. But in this one, you have to throw the win-loss record out because the defense cost the team on several occasions. So I'm looking at Johnny Manziel and saying he's the top Heisman favorite right now. I know Jameis leads him with a couple more touchdowns right now. But at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, you're facing SEC competition. You're not facing ACC or Pac-12 or American Conference or Big East. The SEC has the toughest defenses in college. Even though a lot of these teams are down this season, you have to look at the landscape of things. The SEC has the most teams in the ranked BCS poll system right now. So that gives a lot of credence to what I'm saying. And if Winston had to play in the SEC, I don't think he would have that clean of a spotty record. I think that he would have a lot more interceptions, a lot less touchdowns, maybe more touchdowns on the ground, but not more touchdowns in the air. So this is my top 3 Heisman list for 2013, and it's getting close, folks. That Heisman voting ceremony is almost time. So I want you guys to look into my thoughts. Tell me what you think about my list. If you didn't like it, make your list. What are your top 3 candidates for the Heisman right now? You can also check me out at justmypicks.com. You can also check me out on YouTube, YouTube.com/justmypicks. Also, check out our Facebook page, Facebook.com/justmypicks TV. Thank you very much for subscribing. Please comment and share all my videos. Thanks.